Hey, this is Tracy, reporting to you on my Tysabri. Beginning of April, I will be taking my fourth Tysabri. I believe it's the first Monday in April. I don't know, one of those days. First Monday in April. Um, that'll be my fourth Tysabri. Um, I really don't have a whole lot to report. I think I'm doing really well on it. I seem to be feeling a little bit more alert, a little less tired. I've had numbness in my hands for a while, and it seems to be subsiding. I still have it, but I'm not doing this all the time, and it's less aggravating. Um, that seems to be going away. Otherwise, I'm doing good. Um, my very first Tysabri, I had a headache for 3 days. Just a mild, real mild, dull headache. And second one, I had a little bit of a headache. The third one, I didn't have a headache. So I'm hoping the fourth one is going to be better, even better, let's put it that way. Have had no side effects to the drug besides the headache. My first Tysabri, my blood pressure was really fluctuating, and I was really nervous and whatnot, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Which I think people that are out there and they're wanting to try or to start Tysabri, that first plunge to take that first Tysabri is really nerve-wracking, very stressful, very scary, because you don't know how you're going to react to the drug. You don't know if it's going to do any good. You know, the PML thing's kind of lurking in the shadows. But, you know, I did fine. I basically dove into the water, and the water is warm, and I have no regrets. Things are going really good with me. I'm very impressed with the drug. Everybody I talk to has nothing but good things to say about Tysabri. People online, people from YouTube, people that I know in my community, that are on Tysabri and have been on for a while have nothing but good things to say about it. I have yet to meet somebody who has anything negative to say about Tysabri. So, another worry that I had starting Tysabri is they say that Tysabri kind of lowers your immune system, so you may get sick quicker, you may have upper respiratory problems, urinary tract infections might come easier, all these kinds of things. I had a lot of worry about because I'm a frequent UTI. About 2 to 3 months I'm always having a UTI, one back to back. Usually. I have not had a urinary tract infection, which is a UTI, in probably 4 months. And on the 3 months that I've been on Tysabri, I haven't had any of those types of symptoms or sensations, which is really good. I have been worried about getting a cold, you know, because a cold can turn into pneumonia, especially if your immune system is down. My kids have been sick. They've had, colds that put them out. My daughter's got a cold right now. My mother-in-law has had the flu. I, for some reason, have not caught any of these colds or anything like that. I have, you know, taken precautions, you know, sanitize your hands and, you know, do the Lysol on the doorknobs, and I've taken a few precautions, but other than that, I have not been sick. I have not had any respiratory problems or anything like that, so no colds. So, you know, like I said, I was worried about that prior to Tysabri, and so far it has not been a problem for me, which is another plus for Tysabri. Again, can't say anything more good about Tysabri. I mean, it's just an excellent drug. I mean, I feel better. I do feel better. I still have my MS symptoms. Some of the, you know, damage that has already been done. Some of my, you know, blurred vision and, you know, numbness in the hands. You know, it's all still there. But I do feel better, and I think that I do believe that this drug is somehow slowing down, stopping this MS from progressing. And I hope that when this happens, that my body will heal. And that's basically what Tysabri does. It slows it down, the MS slows down, and then gives the brain time to heal. And that's what, when you hear about people talking about Tysabri and people getting better, it's basically, it's not the drug Tysabri, it's your own brain that is getting better. Because it's not aggravated by the MS, it's not getting more lesions, it's not getting more, all the stuff that comes along with MS, it's not further progressing, so therefore your brain begins to heal. When your brain begins to heal, the symptoms start to slowly go away. So, a lot of people think that's Tysabri. No, that's your own body. That's your own healing. And the Tysabri is there to make that happen. And that is what Tysabri does. So just, don't be mistaken when you're starting your Tysabri, that you're going to start walking and there's going to be a miracle happen and all that. That's not what Tysabri is about. Tysabri is about slowing down MS, preventing it from creating any more new damage. And when it does this, it slows it down and gives your brain the chance to heal. So that people are clear on that. I think Lauren kind of touched base on that on our last video too. If you're starting Tysabri, it is scary. Starting a new drug is always scary, especially with Tysabri, and a lot of people are very nervous for that first infusion. But I have yet to talk to anybody that has had any regrets, and I don't have any regrets. And if you're wanting to start Tysabri, or you've got your appointment scheduled, let me just encourage you, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Make sure that you're not on any other MS drugs while you're on Tysabri. MS drugs meaning Copaxone, Rebif, Betaseron, all those types of drugs. You make sure those are out of your system. A lot of the PML scares, not all of them are MS patients. A lot of them are people with Crohn's disease too, because Tysabri is also for Crohn's disease. And also the reports of people with PML, if you look and research the reports, you'll see that a lot of these patients that got sick with PML, they were taking other drugs that they were not supposed to be on. And that's what the Touch 1 program is for with Tysabri. It's to keep in check. So when the doctor asks you if you're on any other kind of drug medication, if you're on chemo for anything, or because you can use chemo for MS too, there's a drug for that. And you say no, and you are on these drugs, well then you're only hurting yourself. You need to be honest when you're asked your questions when you're doing your Tysabri, because you can jeopardize your health. You really can. As far as the PML thing goes, I looked into it. I really didn't have that much of a fear with PML. You got to understand, the media always blows things out of proportion. Go and read the research. Actually read why these people had got PML. I have my favorites. If you look at my favorites, there's a video on PML by a doctor, neurologist from UK. He's an expert on it. It's a really long video about PML. It's as boring as all get out, but about halfway through he kind of relates it to Tysabri. If you want to listen to it, it gives the details. Very informative if you can stay awake through the seminar thingy. But that's on my favorites videos. It's a UK doctor that gave like not a seminar, but like how doctors give speeches and stuff like that for other doctors. That's very interesting, so go ahead and look at that. It's in my favorites. Otherwise, I'm doing fine.